All right, in this video, we're going to break down exactly how you can protect your business from what many are calling ADA lawsuits. That's predatory litigation. And for those of you who don't know, ADA lawsuits are American with Disabilities Act lawsuits. And I'll also explain what to do if you're already a target. I'm Santiago Cueto, board-certified international business law expert and best-selling author. And I've spent years helping Florida business owners navigate complex compliance issues and defend against lawsuits just like these. So let's get right into it. Now, if you're a small business owner in Florida, I want you to listen to this number, 487. That's how many businesses in our state got hit with an ADA lawsuit in just the first 6 months of 2025. Florida has skyrocketed to become the #2 state in the country for these lawsuits, within the number of cases nearly doubling from last year. For hundreds of entrepreneurs, people running cafes, boutiques, and local shops, it all starts with a simple letter that quickly snowballs into a legal and financial nightmare. Now, guys, I hate these lawsuits, and I love defending them. This isn't just about following the rules anymore. It's about survival. So what's happening right now with ADA litigation isn't just a legal trend. It's an existential threat to small businesses across the entire state of Florida. But here's the good news. With the right knowledge and strategy, you can protect yourself and your business. Let me show you how. All right, so what is going on and why is Florida such a hotspot? Well, the Americans with Disabilities Act is a vital civil rights law from 1990 that was designed to give people with disabilities equal access to public life. Back then, it was all about physical spaces. Think wheelchair ramps, accessible bathrooms, and proper parking. But over the last decade, that battlefield has moved online. Now, the real engine behind this explosion of lawsuits is a business model known as serial litigation. It works like this. A handful of plaintiffs and law firms file hundreds, even thousands of lawsuits. They're often targeting small businesses that don't have the money for a long-term legal battle. In the first half of 2025, just 31 plaintiffs and 16 law firms were behind more than half of all the ADA website lawsuits filed across the country. They often used automated tools that crawl the internet, find websites with technical accessibility issues in minutes, and then target those businesses on an industrial scale. This is all predatory, folks. These lawsuits aren't always about making a real difference. Many are just designed to get a quick settlement. You, the business owner, are faced with huge potential legal fees, so feel pressured to pay a few $1,000s just to make it all go away. I like to call it legal extortion. And this stuff's gotta stop. This sue-to-settle game has become a cottage industry, and with Florida's huge number of small businesses, it's become a prime hunting ground. Now, while your physical location is still critical, the vast majority of new ADA lawsuits are aimed at your website. That's right, folks, your website. More and more, courts are saying that websites are places of public accommodation, which means they may have to be accessible to everyone, including people who use tools like screen readers. A huge ruling here in Florida from the 11th Circuit Court in the Winn-Dixie case really cleared things up. It basically said that for the ADA to apply to your website, there has to be a clear connection, a nexus, to your physical store. This is exactly why businesses with e-commerce and online ordering, like restaurants and retail shops, are the biggest targets of these lawsuits. These businesses are the backbone of Florida's economy, which puts tens of thousands of you directly in the crosshairs. The standard that everyone looks to for website accessibility is called the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, or WCAG 2.1 Level AA. I know it's a mouthful, it sounds technical and scary, but it's really just a set of rules for making your site usable for people with vision, hearing, or motor impairments. Ignoring these guidelines is just the #1 reason businesses get sued. The only way to win this game is to be proactive. You want to make your business a hard target. So here's your digital defense plan. First, you need to know the most common website mistakes that attract these lawsuits. This is a low-hanging fruit that those scanners and plaintiffs are looking for. They include missing or bad alt text. Alt text is just a short description of an image that a screen reader announces to a visually impaired user. If your product photos and icons don't have descriptive alt text, that's an instant red flag right there. #2 is inaccessible online forms. Think about your contact forms, checkout pages, or logins. Every field needs to be properly labeled so a screen reader can tell the user what to type and where. If it can't, your site is a target. Number 3, no keyboard navigation. Can someone browse your entire site, menus, buttons, everything, using only their keyboard tab key? A shocking number of websites fail this simple test. Number 4, the poor color contrast test. If your text is too similar to the background color, it's unreadable for people with low vision. WCAG has specific ratios that you need to follow. Number 5, videos without captions. Any video on your site has to have accurate synchronized captions for users who are deaf or hard of hearing. Now, a very important warning, do not fall for the quick fix trap. You've probably seen ads for accessibility widgets or overlays, plugins that promise to make your site compliant with one line of code. But these tools are failing to protect business. In fact, over 22% of businesses that were sued recently actually had one of these widgets on their website. The lawsuits often point out that these tools don't fix the website's underlying code, which is where the real accessibility problems are. Real compliance requires a manual audit and real fixes, not a digital Band-Aid. Now, understanding these compliance requirements is critical to protecting your business from these predatory lawsuits. Now, if this information is helping you see what you need to fix, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. I break down essential legal strategies for business owners every single week, and you don't want to miss what could save you thousands in legal fees. Let's keep going. Even with all the focus online, you can't forget about your physical location. Drive-by lawsuits where someone sues over a physical barrier without ever planning to be a customer, they're still very real. Here are the top physical red flags that make you an easy target. Number 1 is parking. This is usually the first thing they check. Do you have the right number of accessible spots? Are they the right size for vans? Is the sign installed correctly, at the right height? Number 2, the path to entrance. Is there a clear obstacle-free path from parking lot to your front door? If you have stairs, do you have a compliant ramp with the proper slope and handrails? Number 3, your entrance. Is the doorway wide enough? Can someone in a wheelchair open it without a struggle? Is the threshold flat? Number 4, inside the restrooms. Are your aisles wide enough for a wheelchair? In the bathrooms, are grab bars placed correctly? Are sinks at the right height? Can someone reach the toilet paper dispenser? Doing a quick check of these areas can help you spot and fix the most obvious problems. That's what attracts these kinds of lawyers. Florida law even has a provision where hiring a certified expert to create a fix-it plan can give you some protection in court by showing you're trying to do the right thing. Now, if you get that dreaded letter or get served with a lawsuit, what you do in the first 48 hours can change everything. So step 1, don't panic and don't ignore it. The absolute worst thing you can do is pretend it's not happening. Ignoring a lawsuit leads to a default judgment against you, which will cost you far more in the end. Step 2, don't contact the plaintiff or their lawyer. Your first instinct might be to call them up and try to work it out. This is almost always a huge mistake. Anything you say can and will be used against you. They aren't looking for an apology. They're looking for a check, cold hard cash. Step 3, immediately call a lawyer who specializes in ADA defense. Don't just call your regular business lawyer. This is a very specific field of law. You need an expert who knows the playbook these serial plaintiffs use in Florida and knows how to shut it down. They'll tell you that the claim is valid and whether you should fight, settle, or simply just fix the issue. Step 4 is document everything. Start gathering records immediately. Take pictures and videos of whatever part of the business or website mentioned in the complaint. Collect any records of past changes you've made to improve accessibility. Your lawyer will thank you for it. The threat of an ADA lawsuit is serious, but it's absolutely manageable. The power is in your hands, but you have to be proactive. By auditing your website, fixing your physical red flags, and making sure your business is as much less attractive target for these predatory lawsuits. And this isn't about finding loopholes. It's about embracing accessibility, which opens your business up to more customers and lowers your legal risk. The Department of Justice has also proposed new rules for web accessibility, signaling that enforcement is only going to get stricter. The time to get ahead of this is now. Don't wait to get that letter. Protect your business, protect your livelihood. And if you found this guide valuable, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you stay ahead of critical legal issues that affect your business. Please share this with other small business owners in Florida. They need to hear this too. I'll see you in the next video.